Hey there, folks. Brian Coddington here from the Cinema Psycho Show with the 40-Hour Film Project Wrap Party, and I'm joined by...
Lane Wilson.
We've got two filmmakers with us today, right? You want to go ahead and tell us your names?
I am Haley with Steel Moon Studios, and this is...
Daniel Schrauder. I was the main actor for Steel Moon Studios.
Great. So tell us about the film and your weekend.
So we got a silent film, and I'm a composer. So this was a little bit outside of the box, not only for me, but I think for everybody. However, Daniel killed it. So our film was called A Silent Trip, and a musician got kicked out of his band and took it upon himself to eat all kind of plant medicine and go on this trip to ultimately discover his destiny, which is being a rock star.
That's exciting. So what was the experience like for you?
It was interesting because this is the first time that I've ever actually completed a project. This is the first time I've ever really acted before. So this was a new experience for me. And I discovered I kind of have a slight knack for it. It was a ton of fun. And honestly, I can't wait to do it again.
Oh, that's great. So you think you'll do another festival in the future?
Oh, for sure. I'm actually already tied to like two other projects already, a few other projects. So
it seems like this maybe opened some doors?
Very much so.
That's
It
great.
blasted open doors. I'm a part of a bunch of plays now and a whole bunch of other things. So I guess this is what I'm doing.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's
Very much so.
So obviously with a silent film, directing actors, I honestly go with like it's sometimes a little easier, but then also at the same time like you got to make sure you can pull back. So like, how was the process of directing those actors?
So I actually have to shout out to my co-director. His name is Mac, and he is amazing with people, with actors and actresses. And I will say that he brought out of Daniel and everybody the most. So during the silence, the best part was we actually got to yell cues and yell things because there was no sound. So we utilized that aspect a lot, and we definitely guided them through being that there was no sound. We used the silent space to fill with directing.
That makes sense. You could side coach without being heard. That's
Exactly.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, so that's what we did.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What any plans for this film after the 48?
Absolutely. So we're going to submit our film to festivals. We're going to keep the train rolling, choo-chooing on.
Hi, my name's Eleanor McKenna, and I'm an actress with Steel Moon Studios.
My name is Randy. Randy's Reality.
Randy's Reality?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very cool.
Can you tell us about the project you guys worked on?
Yeah, so we worked on A Silent Trip. I was a part of the behind the scenes, content creation, and photography.
Very cool. So you were more or less documenting this whole process.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yes.
And you were rolling the film?
Yeah, I was an actress. I specifically played the girlfriend who kicked our main actor out of said band and really sent him on this roller coaster. So there would be no trip without me.
So it's your
of course.
fault.
It's your fault.
It's
the
really,
trip happened.
it really is my fault. No, but yeah, I had a great time working with this cast and this crew, and really excited for future projects with them as well.
That's awesome. I've heard from a lot of the teams that they're just like really good friends now, and like I think that that's really one of the best parts about the festival. You start as strangers or maybe you know each other, but then the whole team is just a really tight-knit unit by the end.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think in 48 hours, not only do you make a film, but you also, like you said, make a whole bunch of new friends as well.
Your film family.
Film family. Yes, love that.
Yeah.
So obviously, like as an actor, you know, I mentioned this to another person, like what's your process when you're in kind of a pressure cooker situation? We've only got 48 hours, or in your case, by the time you get to it, a couple hours to really get into character. So what was kind of your process with this film?
Yeah, I think that the stress can be really great in bringing out a lot of different emotions and a range of emotions. The biggest and most important scene that I filmed was actually one in which Daniel and I yelled at each other like the whole time in a car. And you know, when you're a little stressed out, maybe you're a little bit tired, it's a lot easier to do that.
Yeah.
So I think just letting the pressure, not letting it be a hindrance on your performance, but rather letting it fuel the performance that you give can be a really powerful thing. Yeah.
That's really interesting. That's awesome.
Obviously, with documenting everything and behind the scenes, like you have an entirely different process for it, right? You're more or less like trying to capture the story of this production. So how was your approach to doing that for this film?
It was different. It was a silent film, so to hear them going through what they were going through and the dialogue and everything. If we didn't have a silent film, you guys would have been blown away.
Because of obviously like the direction of you telling
Yes.
actors what to do. So like you're capturing all of that stuff.
Yes.
And then we're seeing more or less the end product.
Yes, exactly.
It's really interesting.